Hey, thanks for joining us here on our 35th installment of Buster's Glitch Ass Gaming Podcast. I'm Tony Flowers, and I'm joined by he who must not be named but will be because we aren't afraid of him, Oscar Warrior.
Hello. Yeah, right. Imagine I start going bald.
Yeah.
Casting spells, go pale white. My nose falls off. Which movie was that? Was that Goblet of Fire?
Which one? Where he's like, where
that
he like
line
shows
that you said?
up? Oh, shit. I don't know which ones are like the lines. I don't know.
I'm testing you.
I remember he like shows up as like as full on Ray Fiennes in the fourth movie. That was cool as fuck. But the fifth one, I dare say, is the shit. I love the fifth one probably the most. And a lot of people say that one was like the most boring one out of all of them. But that fight at the end was fucking sick.
What was the fifth one named?
The Phoenix, something but the Phoenix, the Order.
Oh, the Order of the Phoenix. Yeah.
Order, yeah.
It was a lot of detail. It was a very detail-oriented movie. I think that's probably why a lot of people didn't like it.
I dig it.
But yeah, the magical choreography at the end was pretty cool. That battle.
Yeah. Oh, dude, especially with old man Dumbledore.
Mm-hmm.
And
his freaky dances and shit.
Fighting old Tom Riddle. That shit was sick.
Been thrift shopping. Not really thrift shopping, but like going to people's houses and taking their stuff.
Oh, nice.
Not stealing, but like giving them cash money, and then we'll exchange for goods. Yesterday we went on quite the adventure and got Tanya a serger. It's called a serger. I don't know if you're familiar.
Is that the sewing desk that you showed us?
Not the desk, but the little contraption. The machine itself is called a serger.
Okay.
And so I guess what it's used for is like it creates like really intricate like stitchings where like the fabric is connected and stuff. And like it was so interesting going to get it because it was a very nice Bulgarian lady who had a beautiful home. Like she had it furnished so nicely. I don't even know how to describe it. I don't know what the name for that style is called, but she had it furnished so nicely. And she like brought us in, bro, and she taught us how to use it.
No shit.
We were there for like, I think close to an hour. And it was just her and Tanya, and I was like sitting behind them, like watching very intently, and she was teaching us how to use it and everything before she gave it to us.
Very cool.
Yeah, like how to thread everything, like how to maintain it, like everything, bro. And she gave us like a couple tips and shit, like videos we can watch to like learn how to use it. She was so passionate about it.
You got the full fucking in-person tutorial, man. That's sick.
Yeah, I guess she does classes and stuff for that specific skill, like sewing and how to use like the serger. And yeah, she gave us a free one.
That's a damn good skill to have, man.
Yeah. She said she was really excited to see younger people learning how to do stuff like that.
It's important. Very important.
Yeah.
Dude,
and then
awesome.
it was cool. And then after that, we went to go pick up like a table for that specific skill set. I don't know what the table is called, but the brand is Koala, and it's like this really cool table that like opens out, and it like has compartments underneath, and like the table like folds out, and it becomes like this big thing where you can like, you have the sewing machine in the middle, and like you can just do larger projects on it, like a quilt, or you have larger fabrics.
Yeah.
So you have more space to kind of get the angles right with the needle.
Yeah, that's fucking sweet. You showed us a picture of it chilling in your living room. You're not gonna keep it there, are you?
No, we moved it. It's in our room now.
I think it's fucking cool, man. Yeah. So did you find these people on like the Facebook Marketplace or something like that? Okay.
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah, we hit them up. We're like, yo, give us your stuff. And they're like, all right, bet.
Like, are you still selling this for $1,000? Yes. How much? $1,000.
$1,000.
What?
I should have pulled that on them.
I love
that. Would have been
shit.
So funny. But yeah, that's kind of Monday and Tuesday were just chores. Wednesday, that was kind of the bulk of our day. What about you, bud? How's your week been?
Basically just been trying to put together some ideas for the podcast. So we are making some changes to the episode structure beginning this week, which I'm totally excited about. The download, we kind of figured it always felt a little too similar to the news and rumor mill in execution, but the idea behind it originally was to just quickly go through a bunch of smaller headlines from the industry in one download, so to speak. So hopefully that change will help the two segments. It'll help them be a little more distinct from each other, and it might also help to knock down the overall length of the episodes. And speaking of which, we are cutting out two segments as well. So the freebie forecast felt too similar to the release radar and made that segment feel as though it kind of dragged on. Neither of us subscribed to Game Pass or PS Plus. I don't have Nintendo Switch Online, and you don't really fuck with the Epic Game Store to really care about what's free there. So we are circumcising our show of the freebie foreskin beginning this week.
Excellent. No more foreskin, ladies and gentlemen. Just straight head.
Straight up head.
Straight up head.
Head and shaft. That's all we are now.
Yes, sir. No testicles.
And finally, since we don't have an active audience at this time, we're cutting out the community corner. We still urge you to write to us in the comment sections of our TikTok page, YouTube, Instagram, our Facebook page. We have a Facebook page. And you can write to us about anything, literally anything. Doesn't necessarily have to be gaming related. I'd love for it to get to the point where we start our show off by just reading and responding to some hand-picked questions from TikTok or something. Yeah. I would love that. So
honestly,
hopefully
bro,
we can get there.
Just talk to me about tech. I love anything tech. If you guys are into tech, talk to me about tech. Love that shit. CES 2026 just happened, so there's a lot to talk about there.
Yeah, dude. Maybe I'll make some shorts, throw them on TikTok, and see if we can get some convos going that you can jump in on. But
bitchin'.
With that, I say we move on to the corrections section this week. We only have one thing. This is basically going to be our last freebie foreskin related correction. So rest in peace, freebie foreskin. The game Bloons 6 was the free game last week for the 40th time. Styx is free this week. So last week we said Styx was the free game. That was Bloons 6. If you don't have it, which I think you do, you bought it.
I do.
You love that. You love those games.
I do have it. Yeah. I love Bloons Tower Defense. That shit's addicting.
Well, with that said, I say we move on to the download. Xbox's first developer direct of the year is scheduled for January 22nd at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, which will focus on their 2026 lineup. We're finally getting an extended gameplay look at the Fable reboot and the debut of Forza Horizon 6, which is confirmed to be going the route of Oscar Warrior and heading to Japan. The showcase will also feature a deep dive into Beast of Reincarnation, the upcoming action RPG from Pokemon developer Game Freak. Now, I'm excited to see Fable mainly, but I'd love to be surprised by the other games being shown.
Yeah, I'm sort of excited, but I'm also keeping myself level with what they're going to show. I think mostly what I'm excited about is the Beast of Reincarnation, to see what, just to finally get more details on the game, hopefully. Because it was, last time it was really short. We didn't get much from it at all.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, a mysterious countdown timer on the official Fallout TV series website is set to expire on February 4th, perfectly aligning with the Season 2 finale. A bunch of motherfuckers, Tony Flowers included, are hoping this heralds a shadow drop of the long-rumored Fallout 3 or New Vegas remasters. But this is likely just a Kojima chicken hat situation. That said, reports indicate that both remasters are indeed in active development and will follow the same modern engine blueprint as the Oblivion remaster. So maybe? That would be really exciting to get remasters of Fallout 3 and New Vegas using that same engine. I think that would be really fucking cool and do the series a service.
Me personally, I've always loved Fallout 3 more than anything in the world. So I'm kind of holding myself back from replaying that game just with the hopes that this is coming sooner than we think. My expectations are tempered, but my hopes are uncontrollably high on this one. All right, Larian CEO Sven Winke confirmed in a recent Reddit AMA that Baldur's Gate 3 is not planned for the Switch 2. Turns out Hasbro has the final say, and there's some friction there between the companies. He did confirm, however, that they will certainly consider bringing their upcoming game Divinity to Nintendo's new hardware. Now, I feel for any Switch 2 owners that were hoping to eventually gain access to Baldur's Gate 3, because it's such an incredible game. Like, it's one of the absolute best on the market, but at least it's being, it's been directly addressed by the man in charge, so they could just kind of move on and look forward to Divinity. So.
Yeah, and Divinity will be most likely just as big as Baldur's Gate 3, if not bigger.
Yeah, I've got so much faith in those guys.
Absolutely. All right. And then Avowed by Obsidian Entertainment is coming all over the PS5 on February 17th, exactly 1 year after its initial debut. The port arrives alongside an anniversary update for all platforms, which adds new game plus, photo mode, and 3 new playable races. Honestly, bro, I've never even heard of this game until
really?
I saw
Avowed?
it. No, I've never heard of it.
No
I had to like
shit.
look it up when you put it in there because I wasn't familiar with it at all.
Well, yeah, I think this is very cool, and if I were gonna play that game, the PS5 is likely where I'd want to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still haven't even touched their other games, the Outer Worlds, 2, and this is in that same vein. Excuse me, except it's a little more mystical, magical, a little more in the realm of the Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
You know, it's like their little take on that.
Very super heavily fantasy.
Yeah. All right. South Park dropped into Fortnite on January 9th, introducing the Born in Chaos event and a new 5-player squad mode called Quince. Players can purchase mech suit versions of Cartman, Stan, Kyle, Kenny, and Butters in the item shop, as well as a bunch of other South Park related shit. The crossover also adds Cartman Land as a new point of interest on the map, and it's currently set to run through February 5th.
It's so funny that they did that. I love these collabs that they do.
Yeah.
They're all. I also really like it because they're all dressed like Cartman and his stupid Awesome-o like robot.
I feel like they really missed an opportunity with making them the anime versions of themselves from that one episode.
The really like buff Chad anime versions of themselves.
That would have been so funny.
And
but
like
either way.
it plays the song.
Oh yeah, the Let's Fighting Love. Oh dude, I love that.
King Kasuru, protect my balls.
I love that
That shit
episode.
is too funny. Yeah.
That's one of the all-time greats right there.
South
Yeah.
Park is just comedy gold. I'm glad they did this.
Yeah, I think it's a really good fit, and Fortnite may not be my bag, but you can't deny that those guys are always doing some really cool shit over there.
Absolutely.
You know? So much so that they're the envy of fucking Call of Duty. That's crazy.
Which is crazy to say. Yeah.
It is.
All right. Next is Netflix is pulling the plug on The Witcher, confirming the show will officially end with season 5, which is currently slated to release later this year. After hemorrhaging viewers and its original lead actor, they decided to film the final 2 seasons back to back just to get it over with. How do you feel about this? I'm not really into the Witcher series, but how do you feel about this?
Well, Chelsea and I really enjoyed the show, the first seasons, but replacing Henry Cavill as Geralt makes the show just super unappealing. It's like changing actors for Walter White for season 4 or the actress for Daenerys or some shit, you know, like I can't get behind that. She had the latest season with the Hemsworth as Geralt. She had it on as background, you know, and I sat there and I watched a couple of scenes, and he's not doing a bad job. It's just too jarring to see a different actor in his place. So if he was Geralt from the beginning, it probably would have been fine. But yeah, I can't get behind that type of shit, man. So at least the games are still there.
Who was the actor before Henry Cavill?
Oh no, Henry Cavill was Geralt in the show to begin with, and he bounced out, and then they replaced him recently with Liam Hemsworth. So Thor's younger brother. Are you familiar with this guy?
No.
Okay, all right. but yeah, he does a fine job. Like there's nothing wrong with his acting or him as Geralt. I think he does fine. It's just the jarring swapping out of the actor that I can't do that shit.
Yeah, I could imagine that would be it would leave a bad taste in my mouth too, I think.
Yeah. Can't do that shit. Next up, Nintendo announced new light purple and light green Switch 2 Joy-Con colors. Pre-orders are open if you're into that sort of thing. They launch February 12th alongside Mario Tennis Fever. Now, the amount of purple or green on these things is fucking trivial.
It's non-existent, bro. You can't even tell. This was my fear when I was thinking about it. Is like, how the fuck are they gonna do the Joy-Con colors if they do come out with new colors? I would have wanted them to just change the entire color of the shell, right? Like instead of just being all black, change it to light purple or light green.
Right.
No, they just changed the fucking ring around the analog stick and like the part of the inside that you can't even see.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Weird. Yeah, they're like, for anybody that hasn't seen them, they're just your average gray controllers that, you know, they don't have, they have a concept of color to them.
It's so stupid. We're not sponsored by these people, but Extreme Rate makes shells swaps for the Switch 2. Don't buy these because I think they're almost $100. Just do the Extreme Rate. They're so much cheaper.
You heard it here. Yeah, because like they're not, at least at the very least, they're not more expensive than your average pair of Joy-Con 2s. I think they're all $99.99 now.
Yeah.
But if you want something with color to it, yeah, that's not the way to go, I don't think.
Yeah, just do a shelf swap. It's way cheaper and it looks way, way better.
I gotta look those
That's
up.
just
I've never heard
that's
of them.
my opinion.
Well, I'd like to look into that because I've never heard of these guys. I'd like to be educated on it.
Yes, sir. Our next point of interest is Lenovo announced a dedicated Steam OS version of the Legion Go 2, set to launch this June for $1,200 fuck-ass dollars. This new variant retains the 8.8-inch OLED display and the AMD Ryzen Z2 Extreme chip from the Windows model, but ships with Valve's operating system pre-installed for a more console-like experience. It's basically a Steam Deck Pro. I find this extremely exciting because if I'm right, this would technically be the first handheld besides the Steam Deck that's a non-Valve product that has the Steam OS on it.
Did you say $1,200 fuck-ass dollars?
Yes, I said $1,200 fuck-ass dollars.
That's a lot of money to pay to avoid seeing a Windows update screen, if you ask me. But very cool.
I would pay that amount of money to avoid. At this point, Windows is so annoying, I would pay that amount of money. And for the class of hardware that's in the damn thing too, like that's some pretty good shit, honestly.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know. So do you think you would get that over the Steam Deck if you had the chance?
I would have to wait a very long time for it.
But yes.
But it kind of threw a wrench in my plans because now I kind of want this instead of the Steam Deck.
Okay, got it.
But I'm also torn because like, what if Valve comes out with a Steam Deck too? I got my hands tied behind my back.
Yeah, I think you're good for a while. I think they're going to stick with the OLED for a hot minute. All right, next up. Nintendo President Shuntaro Furukawa recently suggested that while the Switch 2 has enough component stockpiles to avoid immediate price hikes, future increases may be inevitable due to soaring RAM costs and international tariffs. It's a bold strategy for a console currently watching its holiday sales numbers slide, but what's another $50 for some stable ass firmware? At least that's what Nintendo hopes you're thinking.
Yeah, we got one recently, huh? System firmware update.
I mean, Nintendo is the only company that I can think of that can watch its sales like dip like that and then threaten to raise the price.
Yeah, it's really crazy because I've seen their stock, I think, dropped like a crazy amount recently, right? Because of the poor sales due to the holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were dipping, but console sales in general were kind of on a huge decline
for everybody. Yeah, for everybody. And I think the Switch did sell the best out of the three, but not enough, I don't think, for a profit.
Yeah, their goals, like they were way off their goals all around.
Way off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tough year. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Epic Games Store's user base has surged 173% over the last 6 years to 295 million accounts, while third-party revenue grew by a microscopic 1.6%. This means that while millions are showing up for the free button, almost no one is staying to open their wallets. Wah, wah. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of what Epic is used for, really. I don't think 1% of the population, I think, only plays on the actual Epic Game Store. Everybody else just uses it for the free game.
Yeah. That's the only I don't think I've ever really bought anything from them except Alan Wake 2. I bought Alan Wake 2 from them because it was exclusive to the Epic Store. It was exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still is. I think it's going to stay exclusive if you're playing on PC, but what's the opposite of stonks?
Not stonks.
Yeah. No,
funny.
If you ask me, they should stop giving away free games every fucking week and start investing in making their storefront better. Like,
yeah, I agree.
They've got a lot of work in front of them, and if they're gonna ever actually compete with Steam, so they need to get on that shit, man. Because I'm not seeing much of an improvement on the storefront at all since its inception. So
this is a bold claim, but I think the only thing they have to their name is just Fortnite.
Well, yeah, and the Unreal, all the Unreal stuff, Unreal Engine. Yeah, all that shit. Like they have a lot of money. Like Mr. Sweeney here, he's got a whole lot of money to burn, but I don't know. I think he needs to make the Epic Game Store front more like Steam or better than Steam if that's possible, because otherwise no one's ever going to want your fucking gonna want to download your launcher. That's the biggest thing. Nobody wants it. So Highguard by Wildlight Entertainment is being perceived by many as a dead game before it even hits its January 26, 2026 launch date. After paying a premium to be the grand finale reveal of the Game Awards, the free-to-play PvP raid shooter was immediately roasted to hell, prompting the developers to retreat into total radio silence. We're less than 2 weeks out, so place your bets. Will the game be delayed or canceled? Will it release on time and be a massive hit, or are we going to be reading the what went wrong post-mortem in 3 months?
I think it's most likely going to be that last option. It was such a strange reveal, bro, for the Game Awards. Like, to be the last exciting thing. I think it left a really bad taste in everyone's mouth.
I agree.
I don't think anybody liked that trailer at all.
I didn't like it as a last thing. Hey, one more thing. Otherwise, I personally thought the gameplay didn't look bad. It's not my kind of game, but it looked cool. But if you ask people on the internet, oh dude, if you go into the comment sections, it's so fucking funny, man. It's so funny. They're like, turns out we're getting Concord 2 before GTA 6 or whatever.
That's so appropriate.
Good. So good,
Good
bro.
Lord. That's the same prediction I had. I think it's DOA, Dead on Arrival.
Yeah, we'll find out. Like, they have 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks out before its supposed launch. So they haven't said a goddamn thing since then. So
Yep. Been
maybe they
radio
just
silent.
they spent every last fucking marketing dime they had on that one spot, and they were really hoping for the opposite kind of reaction. Poor bastards.
Yeah, poor guys.
Yeah.
All right. Amazon has officially cast Ryan Hurst to play Kratos in the upcoming live-action God of War series. Hurst provided the voice and motion capture for Thor in God of War Ragnarok, and he also played Opie in Sons of Anarchy. The show has already received a 2-season order and is set to begin filming in Vancouver next month. Nice.
Hell yeah. Great
The
pick.
rumors are true. Hell yeah.
Great pick, man.
Yeah.
He definitely looks the part. He's tall as fuck. He has some good acting chops. He did a great job as Thor in the game. So he's at least familiar with the universe and everything. And Opie was a fan favorite of Sons of Anarchy. Maximus and Chelsea both love that character. I'm officially excited about this project.
Yeah, I as well. I'm excited. I love God of War, especially the new series. Yeah, I'm excited.
Hell yeah. All right. That's your download. Now you're all synced up to what's going on in the industry, at least the smaller news. Yeah. So let's move on to the release radar, shall we?
Okay.
Number 1, Pocket Pair and Bushiroad have officially announced the Palworld official card game, set for a worldwide launch on July 30th, 2026. The TCG will feature 2-player competitive matches incorporating the video game's base building and resource management mechanics. Nintendo's legal team is likely already drafting a 500-page argument claiming they own the idea of printing things on cardstock, hoping to shut this down before the first booster pack hits the shelf. Now, the Warrior household, y'all love some Palworld, and you usually like to stick it to Pokemon if you get a chance. Are you going to give these cards a shot?
Fuck no, I don't like card games.
I was not expecting that.
That's not my shtick, but I do find it very funny that at this point Palworld is just trolling the hell out of Nintendo with the card game. First it was what was the other game that they were coming out with? It was like Pal Farm?
The farming one, yeah.
Yeah, and that is like is rivaled with Pokopia, I think they called it.
They must have been in production around the same time, though. I had to take a step back and think about that for a sec, because they were both revealed so close together that they must have both been in production for a hot minute.
I think so. Somebody must have leaked something from Nintendo's sources to Pocket Pair. It's like, get on this.
They're like, let's do that, but better.
That's so funny, dude. Yeah, and now it's just the trading card game. I'm wondering if this is going to be a digital only thing or if they're going to print physical cards.
This is a physical thing that they announced.
Is it a physical thing?
100%,
Holy
yeah.
shit.
Like, some are speculating that there'll be a digital version of it, but yeah, this is all physical, man. They're fucking going ham on these guys.
If it's physical, I might just have to get on it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm really curious. I want to get there on the ground floor, man.
I want to be sweaty like those Pokemon those Pokemon card trading scalpers, bro.
That's so cool. You just have to stand in awe at the audacity here, man. These guys are still balls deep in legal trouble with Nintendo, and they're doubling down on their brand by entering. Yeah, they're entering the trading card game market. This is And this is a monster collecting game first and foremost. So they aren't really competing with Magic the Gathering, you know, the wizards and dragons of Magic. This is a direct shot at Pokemon's specific audience. That's fucking awesome, dude.
I love to see it.
That's crazy. I don't know if they're gonna ever be as big as Pokemon ever, but
No,
these guys got some balls.
for real. Taking it to the bullies themselves, the legal bullies.
They're like, we're gonna be your competition, whether you want to acknowledge us or not. We are your competition.
They really are.
Crazy. Yeah, dude. Like, so from everything that I've gathered, they're going to debut with trial decks and booster packs, and the game will be playable for the first time at the Card Game Festival 2026. The one, it's going to be in Tokyo, and it takes place on May 3rd and 4th. So you'll be home by then, unfortunately. Sorry, buddy.
That is so appropriate. In Tokyo, the card game festival, that is so appropriate.
And you're just missing it by like less than a month, it looks like.
Yeah, I think so, because by like the second week of April, we should be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right, though.
Yeah.
I'm not going for cards. I'm going for an experience.
Yeah, I'm going to be really curious to see how this trading card game plays. Like, the idea of managing resources and building a base to gain advantages in a card game just sounds really cool.
That'll
also,
be interesting.
Yeah, because that's what they're saying. They're saying that there's going to be 5 types of cards. You got PAL cards, building cards, gear cards like tools and weapons, event cards, and soul cards. The mysterious soul cards. I have no idea what the fuck that is. And Bushiroad confirmed that set 1 uses entirely new high quality illustrations rather than recycled assets from the video game. So they're going all in.
Oh,
here,
nice.
man.
They're going all in. Holy hell.
And from what I've read, the folks at Bushiroad are experts at turning existing IPs into card games. So Pocket Pair spared no expense.
Yeah. They've got quite the history. I was looking at Bushiroad's history. They got a lot of names under their belt. So they have experience, yeah.
Yeah, that's really exciting. I'm interested to start seeing what the big cards and stuff are gonna look like and all that. So yeah. I'm gonna keep an eye on this.
Too.
Very
Can't
cool.
wait for the art.
Yeah, same.
Yes. All right. Number 2, a free demo for Dragon Quest VII Reimagined is now available across PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch, and Switch 2. All progress from the several-hour trial carries over to the retail release, which drops February 5th, and you'll even snag an exclusive day-off dress cosmetic for Maribel just for showing up. It's on everything, bro.
Yeah, I'd personally like to get around to playing the HD 2D remakes before this one. So this might not be for me personally. I'm happy for fans of the series, though. I know some folks that are going to be very excited for this.
Dragon Quest has always been really popular, especially in Japan. I've even heard, pray tell, a rumor that whenever a Dragon Quest game does come out, it has to be released during the weekend when people don't work.
Oh, shit.
Because if it's released during the weekday, people will take off.
Yeah, production will just nosedive.
Yeah. Stonks will tank.
Taking stonks.
It's very popular. It's a very popular series.
No, this is the one that we were kind of gently roasting when we saw it for the first time. Like, everyone, they're staying true to that old visual aesthetic, but bringing it forward. And we kind of thought that they looked kind of goofy with their doofy faces and shit. Have you kind of softened to this game? Are you gonna try out the demo?
I'll try out the demo, but I will not soften to the weird looking character models.
Yeah, they're saying it's gonna be like a couple of hours, several hour trial. That's pretty substantial. Cool. Yeah,
you never see that. It's always like
really don't.
15-30 minutes of a trial, but several hours. Well, we'll see. We'll see how many hours. 7. It better be 7 hours.
7 reimagined hours.
Yes. For Dragon Quest VII. Yeah. I've never played a Dragon Quest game before, but I'll give the demo a try. Maybe this will be my first try at Dragon Quest, dipping my toes. You know.
Yeah. Give it a shot. You might get hooked. That might get you. All right. Number 3. Electronic Arts and Battlefield Studios have announced that Battlefield 6 Season 2 is no longer arriving this month, with the new start date now set for February 17th. The team said that they need time for extra polish and refinement following Season 1 feedback and decided to extend the current season rather than rushing out new content. Kudos, if that's true. You know, I hope that when they mention player feedback tweaks, that includes getting rid of the fucking FOMO style battle passes. I personally hate that type of shit. So that would cater very much to me. If they do that, I would feel more inclined to jump back in. Cause it's been a minute since I've turned that game on. As soon as I realized there was like no chance in fucking hell I was gonna complete that battle pass, I was like,
You kind of get demotivated a little bit, huh?
Yeah, and usually I don't like playing games for things like that, you know. But I felt compelled to at least try. And when you have to spend like over 100 hours during one season to unlock everything, and I typically don't spend that many hours in a single game ever. Like over 100 hours of playtime every few months is fucking insane to me. So hopefully they tweak that. That is insane. Yeah. You
don't
still
have
haven't
that kind of time.
You haven't jumped into this.
No, I haven't jumped in yet to Battlefield 6. I know you and Maximus play every now and then, right? Have you guys played recently?
No, it's been a while for me. Yeah, I was even tempted to uninstall it, make way for some other things that I want to play. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what the changes are. But yeah, a delay is good. That's fine.
I think so. So that way they can polish.
They can polish that shit.
polish some things up. All right.
I forgot to put that in there. Did I not? Oh, I did. I didn't capitalize it. Son of a bitch. Some polish and refinement.
You know what's funny is I read it when I was reading it earlier. I read it like that. Polish and refinement. Yeah. Because I thought that's what you were. I kind of knew you were going for that.
Oh man, I fucked up. All right. You ready for this week's releases?
Let's get down to this week's releases. January 16th, we've got Broken Lore Unfollow by Serafini Productions, coming out for PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S.
Then on January 19th, we've got Carnage by One Shark coming to PC.
Yes, sir. And then January 20th, we've got Mio, Memories in Orbit by Dos Dixiemes. I hope I said that right.
Dixiemes?
Dixiemes? Must be Spanish. Coming out for PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch 2, also available on Game Pass for PC and Ultimate subscribers.
I was going to call it Miho. Right. January 21st, we got GUI by Turbo Pixel coming out for PC, TR49 by Inkle coming out to PC, Lort by Big Distraction launching into early access on PC, Eldegard by Notorious Studios launching out of early access on PC, and Sega Football Club Champions 2026 by Sega coming out for PC, PS4, and PS5.
Yes, sir. And then January 22nd, we've got Ark Knights Enfield. What? No way. By Hypergriff. Coming out for PC via Epic. No! Epic Games Store and PS5. Well, I know where I'm playing it.
Wait, so
PS5 it is.
What is this?
I'm actually looking, because I played Ark Knights when it first came out, but I haven't touched it since then. It's a gacha game, basically.
Oh, okay. You're going to play it on the PS5, you think?
Yeah, it's very, like, it's got kind of like a Genshin Impact aspect to it, or like Zenless Zone Zero.
Okay.
But with like the same resource management style gameplay as like the original Ark Knights.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed that, so I'm looking forward to this, but I'm playing it on the PS5, I guess. All right, next on the same day, we've got Dynasty Warriors Origins by Omega Force coming out for the Switch 2. It is already available on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. Major DLC, Visions of Four Heroes, releases on all listed platforms the same day. Nice.
Very cool.
Same day, January 22nd, we've got Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade by Square Enix. Coming out for the Xbox Series X and S and the Switch 2. It is already available on PC and PlayStation 5. Same day, we've got The Rumblefish 2 by 3Goo. Gets its Switch 2 edition. It's already available on PC, PlayStation 4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Switch. And major DLC Woolhaven for Cult of the Lamb by Massive Monster, releasing on PC, PlayStation 4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Switch, all on the same day.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Very, very cool.
Very sexy.
Nothing here for me this week, man. You seem really happy about Ark Knights, so you'll have to tell me about that if you end up giving it the old pokeroo.
I want to say it's free to play, so if you want to like, throw your beans out there, by all means.
Yeah, probably not, man.
Give it a try. It's got
games.
Anime ladies.
I'm good.
I know you love your anime chicas.
Actually, I'll talk a little bit about one in particular here in a sec. But,
okay.
Actually, I'm really curious to ask you, my brother, what are you playing?
Me, bro, I've been in a Monster Hunter mood lately. I've been playing Generations Ultimate. In Japanese, I believe it's called X, and then it was Double Cross when G Rank came out, the expansion. Generations Ultimate. I played that for a little bit, and then I stopped, and I jumped over to Wilds because I was getting that itch, and I've been playing Wilds. And it's not bad, but I understand what people are saying about like the performance issues. It's not that bad for me, but I do notice the game takes its time to load in certain textures. A lot of the time, things will, as the cutscenes change, things will load in kind of looking like clay, like very smooth, and then finer details will sort of render in as the cutscene continues to play out.
Okay. Oh, you've got pop in during the cutscenes.
Yeah, during the cutscenes and in the game as well. Like I'll be moving from area to area, and like things won't render in fully. Like they'll be there. Like I can tell there's a bush in front of me, but it's just like a blob. It looks like a giant, like kind of hazy, like clayish blob, and then the finer details will load in.
Right.
So that's still an issue, but it is playable. I'm getting quite a kick out of it. I think right now where I'm at, I've passed to where I was before when I first started playing it, which I think was after I fought. I forgot. It's got a really weird name, but it's like an octopus monster, essentially, and it was fucking slapping the hell out of me, bro. I had not carded to a monster until this motherfucker. And since you've never played Monster Hunter, carding means you have 3 tries or 3 lives basically when fighting the monster. So a cart is you going unconscious and then your cat taking you back to base and reviving you. And then you get to try again at the monster.
Okay.
No monster has carded me since that octopus.
Oh, until that guy. That guy carded your ass.
That guy carded my ass.
Okay. Which
is weird because then the next monster that I fought, which was a Guardian Do Shaguma, I took that motherfucker out, no problem. I had such an easy time with him, but the fucking octopus thing was the thing that gave me a hard time. Maybe because I have no experience fighting tentacle type monsters in that game.
So you didn't have like the proper gear or something to take them on properly? Weaknesses and all that stuff? Because
it was like, it has like fire-based attacks and you fight it kind of like in a lava area. Well, it's an oil basin, so stuff is like burning. And like this thing can catch on fire, so it can do like damage to you if you just stand next to it, right? And I have like -7 fire resistance, so I'm taking more damage from the fire as well as the attack, so that's probably why I carded to it.
Okay.
And I ended up just going to Gemma, which is like your smithy, who makes like items for you, your armor and your weapons, and these little pendants that you can wear that also give you like stat bonuses. I got a fire resistance pendant to kind of negate some of that fire damage, and then I was able to fight it and beat it much easier.
Nice.
But yeah, I love Wilds. It's pretty fun. I know I was shitting on it in its initial release, but it's not too bad now.
Well, yeah, you just kind of like lost interest there in the beginning. But you've technically missed out on, what is this, 4 big updates?
Title updates.
Yeah. So now you're getting the full effect of all that at once, and sounds like it was worth the wait.
Yeah, I think so.
Very cool. Very cool. Do you think you're gonna keep playing it?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm looking to at least defeat Gogmazios, which is like the last monster that they added, because the fight looks so cool. And I found out recently that Monster Hunter is a multiplayer game where you can have 3 other people with you. So 4 players in total fighting a monster, right? But then you also have like assist hunters, which are like AI, like bot hunters that can join you in it, which is really cool. That's something that they did in Rise originally, Rise Sunbreak, and I like that aspect, because you could, if you didn't have anybody to play with you online, you could get the bot to help you, and they were actually like really helpful sometimes. So it was nice to see that they brought that over to Wilds as well. But you can have like up to 4,
and they help to get like the aggro off you and shit.
Yeah, and like they do like fucking amazing damage, bro. And like some of the cool thing that I love that Wilds did was, if you have a shield type weapon and a monster's doing like this big AoE, like, you know, throwing lava or like fire on the ground, right? And it's just like, no matter where you stand, you're taking damage. You have to hide behind something, right? To not take damage. If somebody just puts up their shield, they'll literally just block all of that damage and you can hide behind them.
Oh, I thought you were like, it's really nice to have these little AI guys running around because you could just grab one of them by the shirt collar and hold them in front of you.
Yeah, kind of, because they'll do that too. If they do those attacks, those AoE attacks, they'll put up their shield and they'll hold it until it's done.
That's
and
cool.
so you can just like run. It's like, oh shit, he's over there. Just run over to him, hide behind him, and just like, sharpen your weapon. Take your time. Maybe health potion. Demon drug, armor skin, whatever they call it. And yeah, it's just it's such a cool mechanic. But my point is you can have your multiplayer friends with you during that fight, the Gogmazios fight.
Mm-hmm.
So that's you and 3 other players online, plus the AI assist characters. So 8 characters in total during that fight.
Very cool.
And that shit is so cool, bro. I want to get to that part because I want to experience that for myself.
Very cool. And so from here on, they're going to be focusing on expansions, right?
The expansion, which is the expansions for Monster Hunter games, always add really cool shit, and they really do improve the base game a lot. So I can't wait for that expansion.
Very nice.
If from the release patterns previous, I think it should be 9 to 11 months before we see a release date. I think either the full release of the expansion or we hear about a release date, more information about it, basically.
9 or 11 months from now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, from the last title update, which was pretty recent.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I've been playing, and then just a little bit of Control here and there.
Nice. Nothing new to say about that this week?
Other than that, Control confuses the hell out of me. In a good way and a bad way. A good way is the story. I really like having to piece things together. Just kind of listening to recordings around me and then finding the little the files. Mm-hmm. With redacted stuff in it too. That stuff is fun to read. And then just kind of taking things in from cutscenes and story. The puzzles are also really fun to solve. I'm in this area where we had to take key cards and fit them to the little kiosk. You're in the HRA development area and you're kind of picking up the pieces from what's that guy's name? You see him in the videos. He's the scientist.
Oh, Darling.
Yeah, Darling. Yeah, you're picking up the pieces. You don't know where Darling is, but he was onto something with the HRA, manufacturing thing. We're trying to solve what's kind of going on, where he's at, and how we can potentially finish where he left off. And I was I was left at a point where I'm scratching my head trying to figure out this puzzle, because you take these yellow key cards that have an image on it, and there's whiteboards around the room where it's showing you his thought process of where these key cards might go.
Okay.
And so I'm having to
remember that. Okay.
Yeah, you're having to take them out and put new ones back in, and just trying to figure out how to match it and get the pattern right. My only negative that I don't really enjoy about the game is the mini map, or not even, because you don't get a mini map, you get a map.
The map fucking sucks in that game, dude.
The map sucks cock. Thank you. I'm glad you agree, because the map sucks dick. I cannot tell where the fuck I'm going at any point in the game.
Right. Yeah, I thought I was just an idiot. I really thought I was just an idiot until you confirmed that when you were like, there's, I'm confused in one bad way. I was just like, it's got to be the map, because the map is fucking dog shit in that game.
Main story mission, I'm trying to figure out how to get to this part of the map, and then I'll take a way that looks like it's supposed to go that way, but then realistically I'm supposed to go around the long way, and but I don't even know how to get that way, because everything's just really confusing, and I'm trying to read the signs on the walls to kind of help me a little bit.
You're better off just doing that.
Yeah. But even then, sometimes that doesn't help, because sometimes you'll need to enter a secret room that takes you that way, and it's not that secret room isn't on the map sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my biggest gripe with the game. Other than that, I absolutely love Control. It's been an absolute brain teaser and just loads and loads of fun with the gunplay and everything.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah.
What about you, bud?
This week I've been just continuing on playing some Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition by Monolith Soft on the Nintendo Switch. I'm currently in chapter 11. I can't talk much about where I am story-wise because I'd hate to spoil it for anyone. But there was a big old fucking plot twist that caught me off guard around the end of chapter 10. I'm actually thankful that you didn't spoil that for me, because it's one of those moments that it just wouldn't have hit the same if I knew it was coming. I would have been like, But like some of the mysteries are being solved now and some newer ones are taking their place. I know why now the Monado couldn't hurt the face Mechon, and I like how there were definitely little hints near the beginning of the game if you're a good little fucking detective, which I'm not. So there were hints around there like near the beginning of the game why you can't hurt them, and it did not register to me at all. So I really liked that little bit of that little revelation, I'll call it. The story at this point I feel has the strongest grip on me now. A little bit to my detriment though. I've been trying to go straight to the next story beat and I'm starting to get my ass handed to me by the enemies. So I need to slow down a bit and keep actively leveling up. The character I mentioned earlier, there's this character I came across, what's her name? Larithia. She pops up in cutscenes a little bit, and I can't help but think that she would have been like massive boner material if I had played this game when I was a kid. You look like you're trying to remember. She was like a higher up in the High Entia Empire, and she like oversees the tech and weaponry. She's a shady fucker. She's obviously up to no good. I know
who you're talking about now.
She just hasn't like backstabbed anybody yet, but I'm sure it's coming. She's a shady bitch. But yeah, in terms of characters, I still love Ryan the best out of everyone that I've met. If anything happens to Ryan, I'm gonna cry and then I'm gonna stop playing the game.
Yeah, he's by far the best character in that I think in the entire series, he's got to be one of the best.
Yeah, he rules, man. Yeah, Ryan rules. Everybody needs a Ryan in their life.
Agree. Everybody needs a buddy like Ryan.
I'm wondering if this is a hot take, but I actually can't stand Ricky.
Okay. No, that's kind of the joke about no pawns throughout the series is they're all just really, you just can't fucking stand them.
Okay, so that's not a hot take. Okay.
That's not a hot take.
Okay,
I think that's something that they do on purpose with every game. No pawns are just generally like, they're not great company.
Yeah, he's a cute character, but his voice and the way he talks is just grating on my ears. And the only time I like him is when he and Ryan are busting each other's balls. Like I appreciate that dynamic. I think that's funny.
Yeah, when Ryan is busting Ricky.
Yeah, calling him a little cheese ball and stupid shit like that. And yeah, they just talk shit to each other. It's really funny. I like that.
I love it. Isn't it weird that Ricky's like 40 years old? Would that be a spoiler?
No, not even. Okay. But yeah, they were shocked to find out that he has like a wife and a million kids.
Yeah, he's got like
Ricky's getting
kids.
some pwn, yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't want to picture that.
Responsibilities.
Yeah. I also met a character named Zanza, who's an imprisoned giant, and he gives you some really cool revelations story-wise, so I can't say much more than that, but I wanted to let you know I met Zanza.
Nice.
To let you know
the story definitely takes a turn right when you meet Zanza, so you're at a good spot.
Yeah, great spot. I don't remember if you told me or if I just found out, but this game originally came out in 2010 for the Wii.
Mm-hmm. Dang,
like,
I was 1 year off. I said 2011.
It's fucking crazy. Like, obviously this is some remastered work here, but the scope and the execution for a game that old is just really fucking impressive.
Yeah.
Like, I just recently realized that every time you discover a new location or you want to fast travel to a previous one, there's a little dot that appears on the Titan's body to show you exactly where you are on the Titan. Yeah. I like that. It's just another little thing I just recently noticed. I've been all over this motherfucker. Now, is there a location in its asshole? Can you climb inside of its asshole?
I don't think you can go up its ass.
They missed an opportunity there then.
They surely did. You can't even climb on its cock.
Yeah, like I've been on its polska. All right. I also just realized accidentally that you can zoom your camera all the way in and you can play in first person mode.
Oh yeah.
How fucking cool is that?
You can zoom it like really far out and then like really far in.
Yeah, I had like literally just noticed that the little button prompt was on the side to like zoom in the camera, and I was like, all right, let's see how far in this motherfucker goes. And then all of a sudden my sword is out in front of me, like just floating in front of me while I'm fighting. I'm like, no way.
Yeah, VR before VR.
How cool is that? Yeah.
Xenoblade in VR.
Very cool. So yeah, I think it's dope that they give you that option, even though I didn't stick with it for more than like a minute or two. But yeah, that was cool. There was this moment that made me laugh where the Monado was very clearly changing form. Like you can visually seeing and you can see it happening, right? And thankfully another character pointed it out by shouting, "It's changing form." Just want to I get such a kick out of shit like that though. It makes me laugh so hard, and it reminds me of those moments in Metal Gear Solid, in the Metal Gear Solid games that don't mean to be funny, but they just tickle the fuck out of me. I'm there for that shit. It's so fucking great. I love that shit.
Because the Monado is obviously getting a cutscene like for itself, that it's like it's obviously changing, and it's just like Captain Obvious over here has to point out, it's like, oh my god, it's changing form.
Yeah, there's so many moments like that, like hitting, the first time you hit the face Mechon, clearly nothing is happening, but somebody just, thank God, they're just like, it's not even hurting him, and it's just like, yeah, I know, you fucking idiot. It's like I just fucking nuked him and he laughed.
That's a common trope. Yeah,
I love that shit. It's so funny to me. There was this other moment. This is more of a me thing, but I picked up an item called pink asparagus, but my brain read it as pink Asperger's. I'm simple.
You're dyslexic.
I'm simple. What can I say? And the music is still wonderful. Like I sat at the main menu for a stupid amount of time, just listening to the main theme over and over again while I was sipping on some coffee the other morning. Oh, love it.
Oh man,
Beautiful.
that doesn't. I promise you that will not change throughout the series. For every single game I've played, the soundtrack has been just better and better. If you think the soundtrack is good for one, it's even better in two.
Yeah, I look forward to that because the music is excellent. I really like it.
It's so good, bro, and just it fits so well, especially in the areas that you're in. Like that music just fits so well, and it doesn't get old, because in that game you spend a lot of time in those areas sometimes.
Yeah,
but it never gets old. That soundtrack never gets old.
Yeah, I have to agree. Like when the song starts, when you can kind of hum along to it, you've heard it enough times. But if you're humming along to it, it's not annoying. It's a good sign. It's a very good sign.
Pleasant. Yeah, it's very pleasant.
Yeah, especially that main theme, dude. Oh, I sat there for like 20 minutes just sipping my coffee, just listening to it over and over again. I was like, this is nice. And then I jumped right in, man. It was great. Great feeling. And I'd like to say that maybe I'd be able to finish the game in the next 2 weeks at the rate I'm going. Nice. Because I'm on chapter 11 out of, I think there's 17. So I feel like maybe 2 more weeks. But like I said, at this point, the story has its hooks in me, so I'm really looking forward to hopping back in.
Good, man. I'm glad you're liking it.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool shit. I'm ready to move on to the news and rumor mill, see what's going on in the world today.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. Number 1, our first rumor. According to French leaker BFun, a huge Nintendo Direct is set for February 10th, 2026, and will feature the long-awaited reveal of a new 3D Mario title. While the timing fits Nintendo's history of February broadcasts, the company might prioritize marketing for the Super Mario Galaxy movie or the Switch 2 version of Super Mario Bros. Wonder first. However, if Team Split rumors are accurate, a new Mario adventure may be further in development than we thought.
Very cool. Very cool.
Which is appropriate, because I think Odyssey came out in 2017, 2018.
I'm going to say you're right, even though I'm not positive. That sounds right.
It's been a hot minute besides Wonder. And I wouldn't count Bowser's Fury 3D World.
It's all the same team. Yeah. It was like a little expansion for 3D World.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's all the same team, and they just did Bonanza. So if they did split the team to do 2 different games, like Bonanza and then whatever the 3D Mario is, then
damn.
Maybe
if they had split the team to make Bonanza and then a Mario game, they did a fantastic job with Bonanza. Holy hell.
Yeah, it was
with like half your manpower.
Up for many people's Game of the Year choice.
Good Lord. Yeah, I can't wait to see what they've got for this next Mario game. I'm wondering if it's going to be a continuation of Odyssey, or if they're going to try and do something new. Maybe Galaxy 3.
I know, man. Yeah. Mario Galaxy 3, please. But, they're likely doing something new like they usually do with Mario. Yeah. And I'm excited to see it whenever that happens to be. So
I want a remake of Mario 64 where I can backwards long jump into alternate universes. I have another note here. I don't give a shit about Mario. You know what I want?
What?
For this Nintendo Direct?
What?
Give me a new Xenoblade Chronicles game.
That'll be your one more thing at the very end of it.
It's about damn time I get a new Xenoblade game. They better give that shit to me. Monolith Soft better pull through.
Yeah, but hey, you never know, man. And we have some time. There are even some folks speculating that we'll get multiple directs. I like the idea of this being just one huge one because I think the Zelda 40th anniversary is coming up in February. Like, there's Pokemon Day or Pokemon something coming up in February. So there's a lot going on. So this could just be one massive fucking direct.
Yeah.
And there are still some really big drops coming for Nintendo so far. You have to hand it to them. They've been staying pretty fucking stacked with exclusive releases, much more so than Microsoft and Sony, if you ask me.
Absolutely.
Like I wrote a little list here. They have Mario Tennis Fever, Pokemon Pokopia, Tamagotchi Life, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, a new Fire Emblem, the Dusk Bloods, Rhythm Heaven, and whatever Pokemon Gen 10 is going to be called, all slated for this year. And I don't count the Switch 2 versions of games, but there's also a few of those peppered in. Not a bad lineup as of now. And whatever this direct is, it's going to be focusing on 2026 games, a lot that we probably haven't heard of yet. So yeah, you can definitely count on them dropping a big direct pretty soon. A new 3D Mario game, especially if it's scheduled for this year, paired with a bunch of unannounced games.
Yeah.
That's a very exciting thought. Very exciting thought. My tits are jacked.
Fully erect.
Fully.
And I know you didn't put this in there, but I don't remember entirely what it was, but I think it was also another interview that they did with Furukawa, the president of Nintendo. And he stated that they are putting a lot of effort into a lot of their main title like IPs. So they're looking to, and there's a lot of speculation as to what that could mean. The first thing that comes off the top of my mind, but I know this will never happen, is maybe another Earthbound game or a remake of like the older ones, like Mothers 1 and 2, kind of like in that chibi style that they've kind of been doing recently.
I honestly don't think that would be too far out of the realm of possibility. There is a pretty vocal audience that loved those games, that would love to see them come back. People would start crying at a reveal.
Me too, bro. Especially if we got an English translation of Mother 3, like a proper translation for Mother 3. I'd love that shit.
Well, yeah, you never know, man. You never know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Excitement is in the air.
Totally. Yeah. We got a little bit to wait, but yeah, it's plenty of time to make those nipples erect. Yeah. Let's go. All right, we got another rumor here for number 2. Multiple reputable sources, including IGN and Windows Central, say that Wolfenstein III is in active development at Machine Games. Bethesda has yet to drop an official trailer, but the project is reportedly being timed to launch alongside the upcoming live-action series at Amazon Prime Video in order to create a transmedia push for the franchise. This final entry in the reboot trilogy aims to return to the series' roots with a focused cinematic single-player campaign that officially concludes BJ Blazkowicz's story. Perhaps we'll get a reveal trailer at the Xbox Developer Direct later this month. Now, I know you've played the New Order and the New Colossus. I haven't, but I mean to. Would you be stoked if this is the 4th secret game at the Xbox Direct?
I would be, but I'm keeping my expectations low. So my thing, I like the first game. The second game was all right. I never finished it entirely because I thought the story was just insufferable.
No shit.
I did not like the story to that one at all. The gunplay was fucking amazing though. Like I love killing Nazis and I love using those crazy ass like space weapons that they give you in the game.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of the shit that you do in the game too is just absolutely fucking bonkers. It's nuts. But the story, I don't think, for me, it wasn't that great. It was very vulgar at times, if I had to be honest.
Like to the point of it being kind of like eye-rollingly bad?
Yeah, it was just like there was too much. A lot of the dialogue was just swearing at each other back and forth, and I didn't enjoy that at all. It was too much to the point where it got really annoying, and I was just like, all right, like get me out of this fucking room so I can get into my mission, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'd rather just skip the cutscene. So I hope they improve that with the third game. Really, the only thing that I'm looking forward to is the crazy shit that they allow you to do with what skills you're going to be. Because if I remember, this is probably a spoiler. Well, let's just say there's some things that happen within the story of the second game that unlock abilities for BJ Blazkowicz. And I hope that they continue that. aspect, maybe iterate on top of it in this next one, and then just give me more cool guns to like kill Nazis with. Let me play as a Nazi.
Yeah, I mean, pick a side, right?
Yeah, right. Let me pick a side.
Nah, the world ain't ready for that.
That's actually something I would like for them to continue to, because you got a little bit of that in the first game. You got to like choose if you save somebody or somebody else. You know, the story changes a little bit. I would like to see it take more. I would like to see it return to that, but have the consequences be more dire and have it branch off a lot more. You know, have two separate stories almost.
Yeah, put you in the shoes of the evil bastards, kind of like what they did in Modern Warfare 2 with the no Russian scene, having to shoot up the fucking airport or whatever.
Yeah, you are the terrorist.
Yeah, that was pretty wild, man.
That was wild for the time. I remember that scene was really controversial back in the day. It was. They got a lot of flack for that. Yeah.
They even warned you in the beginning of the game. It's like, hey, if you don't want to see this shit, select this, and we'll skip over that entirely. Yeah. I was like, oh shit, I wonder what this is. Yeah. Good shit, man.
That bad. It's just a video game.
I know, it's just a fucking game. Yeah, they're like
a game. It wasn't even that bad.
I don't know. They still treat video games like it's too young to do things that books and movies and shows and things, they're all over those topics, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's already been done. That's like what they did in Modern Warfare 2 wasn't anything new.
Dogs are just losing their mind.
Yeah. I apologize. The Amazon worker,
okay.
he dropped something off. The dog just wanted to go crazy for it.
They're alerting you to some packages. They're like, package.
I'm gonna mute my mic for a little bit.
Okay, I'll just speak my little piece real quick, because I just wanted to say that after watching Fallout Season 1 and staying caught up with Season 2, I would definitely watch a Wolfenstein Amazon Prime series once that drops. I don't honestly have much else to say other than that. I hope this is real. I need a good kick in the ass to play the New Order. It's been sitting in my game library for fucking literally ever at this point. So that would be a nice little like, hey, you got the final piece of the trilogy coming soon. Maybe jump on playing those other games. Be dope. So
yeah, I would recommend them. They're not bad.
Yeah. I might be all old and play them on an easier difficulty so I could just see them through, you know.
Alrighty, I'm gonna move on to the next one, but hopefully my dogs aren't too bad in the background. All right. Number 3, during CES 2026, 8-Bit Dough announced the Ultimate 3E controller, a fully modular and repairable gamepad designed as a fuck you to the disposable tech era of stick drift and unfixable hardware. It's a hell of a comeback story, especially considering their 2025 shipping crisis, where a 145% tariff, Jesus Christ, good lord, on electronics forced them to halt all US shipments, leaving many to fear that the brand was finished. They've clearly found a way through, securing official Xbox licensing and new distribution hubs to bring out this $150 premium controller that lets users swap out button modules and joysticks with relative ease. I actually really enjoy that third-party controller manufacturers are starting to do this, where you can take out, like, you can take the faceplate off and then just maybe remove a couple screws, and it's literally, sometimes it's even held on by a magnet. I think you can take out the entire module, or like with a clip, you can just take it out and replace it completely. Like if it stops working for whatever reason, you can just replace the part by just plugging in a new one, not without any cables or nothing, just literally popping it out and popping it back in.
Yeah, I didn't know other third-party manufacturers were doing that. I saw this one in particular. This is the first time I've been introduced to that concept. The controller looks fucking sweet, first of all.
Yeah, it does. It looks really cool.
Xbox controllers always have like that really nice feel to them. But yeah, I'd love to get my hands on one of these. It's just that like justifying $150 for a controller is a bit difficult, since the controllers I have work just fine. But yeah, I couldn't find any videos of how to replace the face buttons, the D-pad, or the sticks, but they have some images on the website that basically say exactly what you just said. You can just it looks easy as fuck. The sticks just pop off, apparently, just from right where they are. I think the D-pad does too. And then, like you had mentioned, you could just pop the shell of the controller off, and then it looks as simple as grab the module, pull it off, and put the new one in its place.
Put the new one in. Yep.
Yeah, for the ABXY and stuff. I think that's fucking cool. So cool.
Yeah, and then I think for the face buttons, it works the same way as the D-pad, because the face buttons are all just one module itself. If I'm thinking about this correctly, it's all one module itself. So you can actually just take that whole thing out with all the buttons and everything, and then just replace it with a new one.
No, you're right. Yeah, the ABXY is just one little. You pull the whole thing out at once. Yeah, very cool.
I think another company called Victrix did that before, I think, with their Victrix Pro controller, where they had it, because it's a fighting game company, but it was an Xbox controller, but like you could have it to where the whole module on the not the D-pad, the face buttons, you could take that out and have like the, what was that old Atari controller where it had like the 3 buttons on the top and then the 3 buttons on the bottom for like your punch, your light punch, your medium punch, and your heavy punch? You know what I'm talking about?
No, when it comes to Atari, I was very, very late into that. My first controller ever was the NES. So when I saw an Atari controller, it was just the stick with the button on top of it and the one button on the next to the joystick.
I know what you're talking about. If you get a chance, look at the Victrix Pro controller. It's really cool because it's the same concept. Everything is modular about it, so you can take everything apart, and like they have like different attachments. It's a really cool product, honestly, because you can customize it for like fighting games, for shooters, anything that you want to play.
Yeah, and I've heard nothing but good things about this this company, the 8-Bit Dough. I think
8-Bit Dough.
I think you're the first person that told me about them, and you said that their products are pretty good shit, like good quality.
They're high tier. Yeah, absolutely.
So glad to see them make a comeback. Very nice. All right, number 4. The annual speedrunning marathon AGDQ 2026 wrapped up this past Sunday, and it was a massive success. The event raised over $2.4 million for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Some of the most viral moments included a Resident Evil 2 remake run completed entirely on a Guitar Hero controller and a 70-person relay race of Super Mario 64. I'm so curious on how the fuck they did that. Plus, the official GDQ YouTube channel officially crossed the 1 million subscriber mark during the event. So that's awesome.
I honestly thought they had done that a long time ago.
Apparently not.
I thought AGDQ was popular enough for it to have 1 million subs already. But either way, that's really impressive. I always love what these guys do every year. Like, those speedrunners are so talented, bro. God, it's amazing to watch them play sometimes.
Yeah.
Because they have everything down to like the millimeter.
Yeah, like pixel perfect timing. They take advantage of all these glitches. I saw the Mario 64 one where the guy broke the record. It was a while ago, so maybe it's been broken since then, but it was funny how you mentioned the backwards long jump. I never knew that was a thing, but yeah, I remember him doing that. It was like a long jump fucking backwards up the never-ending staircase and triggered a bunch of glitches to get to the end. So cool, man. So cool.
Yeah. There's this really funny YouTuber that goes into the science of the backwards long jump. And it's really funny because you realistically could build up speed infinitely if you just kept going. And there's certain things that you can do where you can get yourself stuck in the geometry and have Mario turn a certain way to where he'll also build up speed at the same time. And once it reaches a certain threshold, Mario will literally just disappear. And the camera will kind of like freak out and it won't know where Mario is, and so you'll just have to like figure out how to play the game with the camera like fucked up.
That's so crazy, dude.
It's so funny. But yeah, speedrunners are honestly amazing to watch, bro. Like the Resident Evil 2 remake with a Guitar Hero controller, that's nuts.
That is very, very cool. I'd like to see that. I actually found out about their YouTube channel while making the story, so I'll have to sub and check their videos out. I think that would be great content while exercising, Yeah.
I used to watch their stuff a lot. I think it had to have been during high school or maybe a bit after high school, but I used to watch their stuff religiously, like all their speedruns and stuff, because it was just so impressive watching them. And then at some point I did stop. But yeah, I can only imagine shit just got crazier and crazier year after year with these guys.
Yeah. And plus, raising that much money for a nonprofit charity like that is such a great way to just, have fun and make a difference in the world. So
absolutely. Very generous.
Respect. Yeah. Respect, man. Respect. All right, brother. You ready to glitch out of here?
Yes, sir. Let's glitch the out of here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please, if you could, check us out on TikTok and Instagram at Glitch Entertainment. You can now listen to us on every major podcast platform. Please consider leaving us a good review. If you may, we have a single review. It's really funny. We have like a singular review, I think, on Spotify, right?
Yeah, it's like it's a 5-star review. No idea who the fuck put it there.
I'll take it. But I want more. More, I say. Please. Please give me more.
Yeah, and remember, you can talk to us about anything. Any comments, questions, critiques, or suggestions are all always very welcome. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay informed on more glitch-ass content. Until next time, keep gaming and glitching, baby. See ya.
I'm gonna go eat Chinese food.